The 6'9" lockdown build that you guys have been asking for is finally here. Before you skip around, I do also have 6'10" gameplay dropping later today, so make sure you're staying around for that. But this is going to be a 6'9" lockdown build, contact dunks, we can ISO, we get all of Kevin Durant's animations, and this is going to be a very, very fun build to play on. I have a lot more gameplay builds and animations, anything else you guys might need dropping. So drop a like, drop a sub, turn the notifications on before we get started. And without further ado, let's get right into this one. All right, so we are back in the builder and we are gonna go position small forward, height 6'9", weight 219 pounds with a 7'3" wingspan for this 6'9" lockdown build. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for this in the comments because I did post the 6'10" and I did end up making the 6'10", so we will have gameplay coming on that later today. But anyways, getting right into this one, 6'9" is gonna be a little bit better if you want more of a comp lock. I went with 6'10" just for having fun purposes, but 6'9" is gonna get those perimeter badges better, and a little bit higher perimeter, a little bit higher steal, stuff like that. But let's get right into it anyways. Driving dunk, we are going to go with an 87, so we do get contact dunks on this build, and honestly the dunk meter is very, very good this year. So this 87 driving dunk with the vertical that we end up getting is going to get the job done in the paint. We also have an 83 pointer and an 83 mid-range. There's a lot of very good jump shots for this height rating. I think this is going to be a build that can shoot very, very consistently, spotting up. I mean, I've been shooting pretty consistently on three-pointers even lower than this one. So I'm confident that this will be perfectly fine on a 6'9" build. Not to mention, we are also getting bronze Deadeye, silver set shot specialist, bronze shifty shooter, and you can max +2 that silver set shot to Hall of Fame. And I'm telling you right now, Hall of Fame set shot specialist, you're going to be shooting consistently. It really doesn't matter how high the rating is. If you have Hall of Fame, it's going to be going in. And this is an area, like I said again, you can think of max +2s and max +1s and cap breakers, everything like that. And I personally will be specializing in defense on this build, but you could also specialize in shooting if you wanted to have that permanent set shot. But I think that shooting is going to be just fine once you find a jump shot you like, and I would rather have the consistent max +1 and 2 in the defensive category for the rest of the year. So that is what I'm going with. But into the playmaking, we do have a 60 pass accuracy. I've said it in my other videos if anybody has watched them, but we're not going high on pass accuracy on locks this year. I didn't do it last year. I started out this year not doing it, and it has been working perfectly fine. Throw smart passes, 60 will get the job done. Don't throw it all the way down the court, you'll be all right. We do also get bronze dimer, so you will help out your team a little bit with that. But then we also have the 74 ball handle and 68 speed with the ball. Now this is where I make my locks different than a lot of people this year. I am going with the 74, 68 on my 6'9 and my 6'10. Bronze handles for days, gold strong handle, bronze unpluckable, and bronze lightning launch. Again, another area where you could think about max +1s, max +2s if you really wanted to be a playmaker or like a dribbler on this build more than anything else. But you're going to get all of Kevin Durant's SIGs on this build. And Kevin Durant's SIGs are very, very good. So those are definitely going to get the job done, especially as a lockdown. I mean, you guys will see later today when I post my 6'10 gameplay, we are moving on the lockdowns this year with those SIGs. Finally, we're able to dribble a little bit on these taller builds, and I'm absolutely loving it. Enough of that, though. Onto the defense, we go with an 82 interior, 85 perimeter, 85 steal, and an 88 block. So this 82 interior is going to get us gold off-ball pass, silver paint patrol, or silver post lockdown. And then perimeter, this is where the 6'9 is better than the 6'10 in, like, if you want to play more competitively situations. We do get silver challenger, silver on-ball menace. That on-ball menace is something you just can't get on builds above 6'9". So that is going to make this one a little bit better in that sense. 85 steal gets a silver glove, gold interceptor. A big piece of this one also is the gold immovable enforcer. On the 6'10 build, we didn't have as much strength, so we were only getting bronze. But having that immovable enforcer, I said it in my 6'4 video, I think that strength is going to be the big difference maker in lockdowns this year. I think it's really what's going to set them apart. Speed and agility are obviously important, but I think bumping with the immovable enforcer is going to be the best, most effective way of getting stops. Silver pick dodger, gold off-ball pass, and then that gold interceptor, silver glove. I'm not loving how lane steals look, but I do have a lock that has higher badges now, and I think interceptor might be pretty good. I don't know if anything changed, if they changed something behind the scenes or not, but interceptor is feeling a little bit better today than it was yesterday. Maybe it's badges upgrading, maybe they changed something, I really don't know. But 85 steal anyways, it's safe and you can still get those interceptors pretty good. 88 block, gold high flying denier, silver paint patroller. And this is an area where we could go up, we are actually gonna go up to a 93 block to get gold paint patroller and Hall of Fame high flying denier. So those will both bump up with the cap breakers. But as far as my max +1 and max +2 for my specialization and defense, I am definitely putting the max +2 on ball menace, and then I think I'm going to go ahead and put a movable enforcer with the max +1. Hall of Fame a movable enforcer, Hall of Fame on ball menace on the 6'9" build. I mean, it's just going to be insane. Another area where this one is a little bit different than the 6'10" is we only get a 63 rebound. The 6'10" got an 80, but this one does still get bronze box out beast and bronze rebound chaser. I mean, you're going to grab some. It won't be as consistent helping out the center as the 6'10" was, but that's okay. That's not really what this build's meant to do anyways. We'll grab a few here and there, but we're out there to play defense, hit our catch and shoot shots. And I mean, honestly, this year we're ISOing, we're dunking on people. This build's going to be a ton of fun. Into the physicals though, we do get an 83 speed, 80 agility, 85 strength, with, like I said, going to be super important. And we get silver brick wall with this strength rating. So that is another area where you could set some screens for your guard, set off ball, stuff like that. I think it's going to be helpful to have that up. And then an 83 vertical, which is going to help us towards that Hall of Fame high flying denier once we get cap breakers, as well as our posterizer. It's going to help our pogo stick get to Hall of Fame also. I mean, just make you more athletic overall. And the more athletic you are on these lockdown builds, the better. And this one is going to be a ton of fun to play on. But that is going to do it for the build anyways. Let's check out the name, which honestly super unique. I have not seen this one yet from anybody I've played against. And then I will show you guys the animations and stuff I am rocking with. But we do get shades of Glenn Robinson, Sean Marion, and Julius Erving. And we are a two-way bulldozer. We're a lockdown build with the name two-way bulldozer. Weaknesses, misses teammates frequently. That's because of the low pass ag, but I'm telling you right now, I really don't think it matters. And then usually out of rebounding position, like I said, a little bit lower rebounding than the 6'10", but that is okay. We are still going to get it done. If we go into test build though, we're going to go over to custom test. And like you can see, it already puts a bunch of the dribble styles, or all the Kevin Durant stuff on, just because we do have that unlocked. One thing to note is we don't get Giannis dribble style on this build, and I do think Giannis dribble style is a little bit better than Kevin Durant. But that's okay. We're still going to get the job done with it. I'm not putting a jump shot on. I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade all of this. I mean, I do like that 2K is giving us these animations, though, without us having to put them on this year. It's really, really nice. But if we get into the freestyle here, I mean, you guys are going to see how we're moving. And we're out here. I mean, we're a 6'9" lockdown build, and we can still, look how fast we're speed boosting. Huge green meter on the dunks because of that 87. I really do think the dunk meter is going to be I think dunking might be one of the metas this year. Like, look at how that green meter, obviously I'm in shoot around, wide open, nobody guarding me. But even in park, you guys are going to see it later on the 6'10" gameplay. But even in park, that green window is massive on those dunks. But the real reason I brought us in here is because of the dribbling. I mean, look we're moving on. Oh, obviously it wasn't a good speed boost. I messed it up, but we're moving on this 6'9" build. This is going to be a fun build to play on. I know a lot of you have been asking for this one and the 6'10". So like I said, I've mentioned it a few times. 6'10's coming later today, but that is going to do it for our 6'9" build. Let me know what you guys think of this one down in the comments, or what else you want to see. If you stuck around to the end, I really appreciate you watching through. Drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment on your way out, and I will catch you in the next one.